I'm hearing that a new fear has emerged. So whenever we look at fear or we want to pick apart things that are going on, I always get the tea leaf cards out because they can be flipping brutal and they just give the truth of situations. So there's this new fear that is rising, which this may be this new moon. If you may have set yourself an intention for this moon cycle, sorry, I've got hair on my face. If you set yourself an intention for this moon cycle, sometimes that can kick up things that are standing in the way of that intention. So you have to deal with those first. But that can feel like your manifestations aren't working because you don't feel like there's a flow or things aren't going your way. That's not what it is. It really wants to manifest in your life, but there's things that you have to clear out first. And one of those for you right now is a realization of a fear that is sat deep within you. And I feel like it's been sat there in your subconscious until this point. I feel like you are starting to become conscious now. And for some of you, it's about running out of time. I'm getting something about time being a factor. Someone feels like they're going to run out of time. Now, I did a reading the other day, yesterday, which made me feel this energy a little bit more. So maybe it's part of that collective. So for instance, there's something that you always wanted to do. And that could be from like years ago or 2 weeks ago or something like that, but it's in the past. It's something that you always wanted to do, but you left it to the side. This could have been a course that you took years ago and you've still got the certificate for it. You've still got, the workbook to go with it, things like that, but you haven't really done anything with it. You haven't really taken it off. I feel like you're about to, or the thought is coming in. You are starting to feel a bit more inspired with your thoughts. So let's have a look at that. Okay, so we've got Sir Willow, but in the reverse position. So this is all about intention when it's in the upright position. This is the power of the sun, the life-giving force, okay? But you are feeling at the moment that my intentions aren't manifesting. I'm not bringing to life the things that I want. But that's not true. What is happening is a shift. Hagalaz is bringing in something brutal to try and shift the energy to allow you to receive this. But I feel like up to this point, you have been ignoring it. You've been ignoring the fear that you needed to acknowledge, okay? And there may have been reasons for that. It might be that you just couldn't face it, do you know what I mean? There's times in our lives where we just absolutely cannot detach from a certain thing, or we can't stop doing a certain thing because it's actually a crutch that we really need at that point in our lives. Like for instance, when I was, and my babies were young, when my children were really young, I needed a glass of wine at the end of the night. It was like I had to have that glass of wine. It was like my sanity. And you may have things like that in your life, where you're like, I'm not quite ready to give that up yet, but you are going to. But this is highlighting for you, okay, what is the fear around that? Why do you feel like you need that crutch there? What is lacking to make you feel like you need to attach yourself to something? Now, for many of you, it is trust. It is about trusting yourself. It's about you. I feel you're checking your edges at the moment. You're really looking into yourself and thinking, do I have what it takes to do this, to actually allow this manifestation in my life, to actually allow this intention to manifest? So I'm going to look into the T cards to see if we can get a bit more specific on this. As it's a collective reading, it's not going to be super specific, but it will just give you some guiding points as to, okay, first of all, does this actually resonate with you as to what it could be? So there's 3 things that fell out here. So take whichever one resonates on here. For some of you, there's a younger man. Dealings or relationship with a younger man. So I actually feel like this could be a sibling of yours, or somebody that you are very close to. It could be a cousin or a sibling. I do feel like it's someone that you've grown up with. Now, they hold a version of you in their mind that I feel whenever you see them or meet up with them, you act the way that you expect them, that you think they expect you to act. You become this version of you that they've always known. But I feel like the last time you saw this person, you started thinking to yourself, I don't feel like I'm really being authentic to myself because I show up in this way and that's not really me anymore. So for instance, this person might gossip a lot about other people, and you might have got to a point now where you're like, I actually don't want to gossip about other people. I don't really want to do that. how this is going to show you that you've grown and that you are starting to bring forward this authentic self is when this person starts to gossip, you're going to defend the person that they're gossiping about. You're going to change it. You're going to make it better. And I feel like that's hard for you because even though this person is younger than you, you've always allowed them to have a bit of an authority over you. Okay, we have something important, such as a new job or a raise. I feel like this is the intention. This is what you're looking for. I'm getting the energy of somebody that really feels, look, if I just had the comfort of not having to worry about money, then I would be fine. I could deal with everything else. I could deal with love. I can deal with my environment. I can deal with my family. I can deal with all sorts of things. But I just need to be comfortable in this area first, okay? But somehow that brings you into a clear, unclear thinking, muddled thinking, okay? There's something about when you try and sit in a meditation to look at this stuff, you can't do it. It's almost like you can't do it. You just tell yourself that it's not going to happen, that it's not going to manifest, you know? Oh, we've got rose on the bottom there as well. Romance is in the air. Now that kind of stood out to me a little bit. I don't feel like you are thinking about romance at this time. I don't think you're really thinking about love. And that's usually when the time that it hits you, isn't it? It's normally when it comes in. So what is that about? Because you are definitely going through this shift, this change. And I feel like the realization of the fear is, it's more about you being able to be who you want to be and just be yourself, you know, and allowing people to see that. You have weeping willow and family sorrow. So I feel like there may be an event or something that's bringing you closer to your family at this time. That could be a funeral that you're having to attend, or maybe somebody is sick in the family and you're just spending more time with family members. That could be why you are having dealings with this person more. Maybe you didn't see them as much. I'm getting this feeling that that's a little brother. It's either a little brother or it is like your youngest child. That's the kind of energy, or a cousin that's younger than you. But there's something about this family sorrow. I feel like it's bringing up a lot for you about how short life is and how you can't keep pretending anymore. You can't keep waiting around. For some of you, I feel like you are already in a relationship or some kind of dynamic like that, and you're kind of realizing it's not really for you. It's not working for you. And we have opportunities are waiting for you. So there's a door open, and tankard, celebration, fun and enjoyment. So what you need to do right now is to not keep trying to find the answer, not keep trying to look into your mind. Like, what am I thinking? What am I going to do next? Where is my next relationship coming from? Or where is my money coming from? What should I do with my life? That kind of thing. This is about trusting the process and going with the flow. You've already set the intention. So now be mindful of what happens around you that you need to be your authentic self in order to move through. I hope that makes sense how I said that, because I don't feel like I said that very good. Let me get another card. Actually, I'm actually going to get into the tarot for this next bit, because what I want to say to you is that you're already in the eye of the storm. You're already in this shifting process. But it's up to you. If you allow the fear to take control and you stay in that version of yourself that people expect of you, and you're a bit of a chameleon in certain situations, certain social situations. But if you want that door to open with the opportunities coming through, this has to be the authentic self. Let me see, what do we have for you through the tarot? Yes, you are awakening to, it's like an epiphany, a realization, and instead of that muddled thinking, you're just going for clarity right now. What are you clear on? What is very clear to you? And if you're unclear about maybe somebody's intentions or what people are thinking, ask the questions. Ask them what they're thinking, what they're feeling. You know, if you really want to know how somebody feels about you, ask them, you know. Don't ask the crazy tarot lady. Ask the person. Ask them what they really want and think. And you can only go off, you know, people's words and actions and noticing whether they align. But you are also noticing that in yourself as well. Are you aligning with your actions and your words? We have the Ten of Cups in the reverse position, so there's still something blocking this intention, but I would really, really like to help you to get to the core of this. It's something about communication as well. Drop me a DM if this resonates.